Hey there, Dr. Baron Grotter here. Just a super quick video. Back at it, starting to get into the swing of things of normal dentistry again. And I had this case I was working up, and I just want to go ahead and show this. It's super simple concept, but at the same time, I think it's overlooked. I think I've mentioned this a few other times in other videos or posts and whatnot, but I wanted to go ahead and make a quick video just showing what I'm talking about. So this is an implant I'm placing. It's actually an existing implant that I'm replacing, a failed implant. Yep. You betcha. I have an implant that I placed and it did not work out. So anyway, I've removed the implant. He's been healing for a couple months. Thank you, COVID-19. And we are ready to place a new implant in that site. Still healing, but I think we're in a good situation. But I want to point out the fact that when you look at the implant, you might think, well, geez, he's got that kind of off-center. If he's doing guided surgery, and if you look at the bone here, he's got plenty of, well, sufficient width to be straight through the central pit. So you might think, well, why wouldn't you make it come right through the center? This is guided surgery. Let's perfect it. The truth of the matter is, that's easy. I can do that. But will it translate to reality? When I place the implant, will it end up there? Here's my problem. When I look at the site, I actually believe that it's the original, at least the lesion remaining, is a little bit buccal. So what I think is going to happen is that when I insert the actual implant, when I place my drills, the drills are going to push. We're going to get some wag within the actual guide tube, and it's going to want to fight me off of this nice, dense, healthy bone into the new growing bone. So the drill is going to want to deflect. Then I'm going to place the implant, and it's also going to want to deflect, which means the further I get from the tube itself, the more it's going to swing. Which means that in reality, let me go ahead and unlock this implant. This implant is going to end up over here and swung like this, most likely. Is that exactly where it's going to be? Nobody knows. But I can tell you it's going to get pushed lingually, it's going to get tipped, the apex is going to, it's going to get pushed buccally, and the apex is going to swing to the buccal. Therefore, what's going to end up happening is that previous position is now going to end up like this. So let me go back. I'm going to hit undo. I'll just click up here if you want, or you can hit Control Z. This is where I have it planned, and this is where it's going to end up, I believe. So you can see I'm actually planning with the end in mind, because I don't think that as much as I force it, I'm using a guide, whatever, there's still passivity built within the guide tube that allows the drill to slide through it. If you didn't have any passivity, if it was exactly the same dimension, the drill wouldn't advance. So you have to have some passivity, a gap, and that gap's going to allow the drill to deviate. The farther away you get from the guide tube up here, the more it's going to deviate. So we need to account for those things. Your hand might be strong, your aim might be true, but you're still going to be off target. So go ahead and place your target where you think you overcompensate a little bit. Again, even if, here's the thing you got to remember. Let's go ahead and hit Control Z. Even if it turned out perfectly and I worked out right here, is this going to work? Probably. It's not going to be the worst thing in the world to have a screw access hole right there. Not ideal, but it's not going to be the worst thing in the world. In fact, it's going to be very directly loaded. On the other hand, if it deviates, if I plan it right here and then it deviates, now I'm going to be having a really angled implant, and the axis is going to be more to the lingual. Lingual is great for the restorative aspects, as being that the margin's away from occlusion more so, but I'm not really eager to have an implant more angled than this. So again, pick your poison. If you're going to have a problem, which, that it doesn't wag the you wanted, well, it's still okay. If it wags more than you planned, well, then you're in trouble. So anyway, just a little tip here. Overcompensate if you think the drill is going to push you. And this is the same for an old implant site or an extraction site, or any sort of area where you've got dense bone on one side and soft bone on the other. Even if it's just the anatomy, they have a really thick lingual plate and not much on the buccal, lots of cancellous bone. You got to understand the biology is going to provide resistance, and the path of least resistance is where you're going to end up. All right, hopefully that video was helpful. take a look at my YouTube site if you want more videos. Lots of free videos there. And you can take a look at my website as well, www.barongrutterdds.com. Thanks so much.